Hello, extraordinary souls. Welcome to a life-changing moment where today we uncover the secret to breaking barriers, rewriting your destiny, and stepping into the unstoppable version of yourself. This isn't just motivation, it's a blueprint for transformation. If you're ready to leave doubt, fear, and excuses behind, then this is your time to rise, to shine, and to claim the success and happiness that you've always deserved. Let's dive in. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Have you ever wondered why some people seem unstoppable, while others stay stuck in the same cycle? The answer is closer than you think. Stay with me, and I'll show you how to unlock it. To stop caring about someone who once held a significant place in your life begins with reclaiming the energy you once gave them. The journey is not about forgetting them or erasing memories, but about rediscovering the parts of yourself that may have been overshadowed. Every moment you spend thinking about someone who no longer values you is a moment taken from your own growth. Redirect that energy inward, where it can spark transformation and ignite a deeper connection with yourself. It starts with redefining who you are. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, not as a person longing for someone else's affection, but as someone whole and complete. You don't need anyone's approval to feel valuable. Instead, remind yourself of your innate worth. Affirm daily, I am enough, until those words become your reality. What you believe about yourself shapes how you show up in the world. Believe in your ability to let go and thrive beyond the grasp of the past. Your imagination is one of your most powerful tools. Close your eyes and visualize the life you desire. Picture a version of yourself that is unshackled, vibrant, and filled with joy. Imagine waking up in the morning without the weight of longing, stepping into your day with excitement for the future. Feel the emotions of freedom and contentment in your heart. This vision becomes your guide, your North Star, as you take steps to create a life that revolves around you. The stories you tell yourself shape your reality. Begin to reframe the narrative in your mind. Instead of focusing on what was lost, shift your thoughts toward what can be gained. Speak to yourself with kindness and affirmation. Replace negative thoughts with uplifting truths like I am resilient or I am worthy of unconditional love. Words have a powerful way of rewiring your emotions. The more you speak these truths to yourself, the more they will begin to reflect in your feelings and actions. It's also essential to find gratitude, even in experiences that bring pain. Gratitude does not mean excusing someone's actions or pretending you're unaffected. Instead, it's about recognizing the lessons you've gained from the situation. Every person who enters your life teaches you something. Perhaps they've shown you what you truly deserve, or maybe they've highlighted areas within yourself that needed healing. Being thankful for the lessons allows you to release emotional ties with grace and dignity. This gratitude becomes the bridge between holding on and moving forward. Visualizing a future free from attachment is another step toward release. What does your ideal life look like? See yourself smiling, surrounded by people who uplift and inspire you. Picture pursuing dreams and passions that ignite your soul. Let this vision become so vivid that it feels more real than the memories of the past. The more you invest your energy in imagining this future, the less space there will be for thoughts of someone who is no longer a part of it. Taking control of your inner dialogue is crucial in this process. The thoughts you repeat in your mind hold incredible power. When you catch yourself dwelling on the past or replaying old memories, consciously shift your focus. Replace those thoughts with empowering affirmations or focus on something productive in the present moment. Your mind is like a garden, and the thoughts you nurture are the ones that grow. By planting seeds of self-love and resilience, you'll soon find that the weeds of the past begin to wither away. This journey is also about responsibility. It's easy to place blame on someone else for how you feel, but true freedom comes when you take full ownership of your emotions. Understand that no one else has the power to control how you feel unless you allow them to. By taking responsibility for your emotional state, you reclaim your power. You're no longer at the mercy of someone else's actions or decisions. Instead, you become the creator of your own happiness and peace. Every step you take away from caring about him brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. You have the ability to create a life that excites and fulfills you. It begins with recognizing that you are whole, capable, and deserving of joy. Your energy is precious, and it belongs to you. Direct it toward building a life that reflects the beauty of who you are. Letting go of someone who occupies your thoughts can feel like an impossible task, but the truth is, it all begins with the power of assumption. Every change in life starts from within, and the way you see yourself and your situation holds the key to breaking free. If you assume that you are stuck, heartbroken, or incomplete without someone, those feelings will continue to dominate your reality. But if you choose to assume freedom, confidence, and peace, you'll find that your emotional landscape begins to shift in ways you didn't think possible. Assumptions are not just fleeting thoughts, they are the foundation of how you experience the world. The process starts with imagining yourself as the person you want to be. Close your eyes and picture a version of yourself who is no longer weighed down by thoughts of him. See yourself smiling, your shoulders relaxed, your heart light. Imagine waking up each morning with excitement for the day ahead, free from the constant pull of memories or questions. This image is not a fantasy, it's the starting point for your transformation. Your emotions follow your assumptions. If you assume strength, you begin to feel it. If you assume joy, it becomes real. Imagine stepping into a room where his presence once dominated your thoughts, but now it barely registers. The freedom you feel in that moment is something you can start to cultivate now. Hold on to that feeling as though it's already yours. This isn't about pretending, it's about stepping into a new reality that serves you better than the one you've been stuck in. Every time you catch yourself dwelling on him, on what was said, what wasn't said, what could have been, pause. In that moment, choose to replace those thoughts with new ones. Instead of replaying old memories, imagine yourself thriving. Picture yourself achieving goals, meeting new people, and creating moments that fill your heart with happiness. The more you do this, the more you'll find that your assumptions about your life begin to shift. And when your assumptions change, your reality inevitably follows. Letting go doesn't mean dismissing your emotions or denying your experiences. It's about recognizing that the power to move forward has always been within you. You don't need to wait for closure, apologies, or explanations. What you assume about your future will shape how you feel today. Assume that you are already free, that your heart has healed, and that you are living a life filled with abundance and love. This mindset isn't about avoiding the truth, it's about creating a new one. This process takes practice, but with each small step it becomes easier. When you feel overwhelmed by thoughts of him, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you hold the reins. Shift your focus back to your assumptions. Tell yourself, I am at peace or I am free. These affirmations may feel hollow at first, but over time they'll start to take root in your mind and heart. The more you repeat them, the more they'll begin to shape your emotions and ultimately your reality. The beauty of assumption is that it doesn't depend on anyone else. You don't need him to change, reach out, or even acknowledge you. You hold all the power, and that power lies in choosing how you see yourself. By assuming that you are strong and capable, you'll find that the weight of caring about him begins to lift naturally. It's not about forcing yourself to let go. It's about creating a space where letting go happens effortlessly. This shift is also about giving yourself permission to dream again. When someone has consumed your thoughts for so long, it can be easy to forget what it feels like to imagine a future filled with possibilities. But you deserve to dream, to hope, and to create a life that fills you with pride. Assume that your best days are ahead and let that belief guide your actions. When you focus on what's possible, the pain of the past starts to lose its grip. Each time you assume peace, joy, and freedom, you are planting seeds for a brighter future. Those seeds may not bloom overnight, but with time and consistency, they will grow into something beautiful. You don't have to wait for someone else to make you feel whole. That wholeness already exists within you. The more you embrace this truth, the more you'll realize that caring about him is no longer a priority in your life. You are the architect of your thoughts and the creator of your emotions. By mastering the art of assumption, you unlock a world where your happiness is no longer tied to someone else. It's a world where you stand tall, confident, and ready to embrace all the beauty life has to offer. This is your moment to take back control and start living for yourself. When someone has occupied your heart and mind for so long, it can feel like they've left a void that nothing can fill. The pain of their absence lingers, and every corner of your life seems to remind you of what was or what could have been. But within this void lies a unique opportunity to create something extraordinary, a new vision for your life. It's not about erasing the past or pretending the pain isn't there. It's about stepping into your power and realizing that your future is yours to design. This is where your healing begins, in the act of imagining something greater, something brighter, and something that truly reflects the person you are becoming. Start by allowing yourself to dream again. When your thoughts are consumed by someone who is no longer part of your journey, it can feel impossible to think beyond them, but you must. Picture a life where your happiness is not tied to anyone else, a life where you wake up each day excited for what lies ahead. Close your eyes and imagine yourself thriving, laughing, achieving, creating, and living fully. This vision isn't just an escape, it's a seed you're planting for the future. The more vividly you imagine it, the more real it will become. Your mind is a powerful tool. Every image you hold in your mind, every scenario you imagine, has the potential to shape your reality. Instead of replaying the past, use that mental energy to construct a future that excites you. Think about the places you want to go, the goals you want to achieve, and the experiences you want to have. Imagine yourself surrounded by people who uplift you, who see your worth, and who celebrate your presence. See yourself as strong, confident, and completely at peace. Hold on to this vision and return to it often. As you create this new vision, it's important to align your actions with it. If your vision includes emotional freedom, start making choices that support that freedom. Distance yourself from reminders that keep you tethered to the past. Clear your space of objects, photos, or messages that pull you back into old patterns. Instead, fill your surroundings with things that inspire and motivate you: books, art, music, or anything that resonates with the person you want to become. Every small step you take reinforces your commitment to this new path. A crucial part of building this vision is redefining your relationship with yourself. For so long, you may have defined your happiness in relation to him. Now is the time to focus on your own joy, your own growth, and your own journey. Ask yourself, what makes me happy? What have I always wanted to do but never made time for? What kind of life would truly fulfill me? Answering these questions will help you create a vision that feels authentic and empowering. This is your chance to prioritize yourself in ways you may never have before. Your new vision should also include self-compassion. Healing isn't linear, and there will be moments when the past tries to pull you back. In those moments, remind yourself that progress is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate the small victories, like a day when you didn't think about him as much, or a moment when you chose to focus on yourself instead of the pain. These moments are proof that you're moving forward, even if it doesn't always feel like it. As your vision becomes clearer, you'll notice something remarkable. The more you focus on what's ahead, the less power the past holds over you. Your thoughts will gradually shift from what was to what can be. This shift is where freedom lies. You'll find yourself less concerned with his actions, his words, or his absence. Instead, you'll be captivated by the possibilities that await you. This is the gift of creating a new vision. It redirects your energy from someone else back to yourself, where it belongs. Let this vision be your anchor. Whenever doubt creeps in, whenever the pain feels overwhelming, return to the image of the life you're building. Remind yourself that you have the power to create something beautiful, no matter what has happened in the past. This vision is your roadmap, guiding you toward a future that feels expansive, fulfilling, and entirely your own. There will be challenges along the way. Old memories may resurface, and there may be moments when you feel like giving up. But each time you choose to focus on your vision instead of your pain, you're reclaiming a piece of your power. Each time you take a step toward the life you want, you're proving to yourself that you are stronger than you ever imagined. Creating a new vision for your life isn't just about moving on, it's about moving forward. It's about choosing to see yourself not as someone who was left behind, but as someone who is stepping into something greater. You have the strength to turn the pain into purpose, the loss into liberation, and the ending into a new beginning. The future is waiting for you, and it's yours to create. There comes a time when you must stop looking outside yourself for answers, for comfort, or for closure. The truth is, the power to heal, to move forward, and to create a better life lies entirely within you. Taking responsibility for your inner world is the most empowering step you can take. It's about reclaiming control over your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. It's about no longer allowing external circumstances or people to dictate how you feel. This is your life, your mind, and your heart. Only you have the authority to shape them. It begins with awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts and feelings, especially the ones that seem automatic or overwhelming. When you find yourself replaying painful memories or fixating on someone who no longer serves your growth, ask yourself why. Why are you giving this situation or person so much power over your emotions? Why are you allowing their absence to define your worth? This isn't about blaming yourself, it's about recognizing where you're directing your energy and choosing to redirect it to something that serves you better. Taking responsibility doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending they don't exist. It means acknowledging them without letting them control you. If you feel hurt, let yourself feel it fully, but don't stay there. If you feel anger or sadness, honor those feelings, but don't let them dictate your actions or thoughts for days or weeks on end. Recognize that emotions are temporary. They come and go like waves, but you are the ocean. You are steady, vast, and capable of holding space for every feeling without being consumed by it. Begin to challenge the narratives you tell yourself. When your inner voice says, "I'll never feel happy without him," or "He's the reason I feel this way," pause and question it. Are these thoughts true, or are they just stories you've repeated so often that they feel real? The mind has a way of clinging to stories, even ones that hurt us, because they're familiar. But you have the power to rewrite them. Instead of saying, "I can't move on," say, "I am learning to move forward." Instead of, "He broke my heart," say, "This experience is teaching me to heal and grow." Words matter, and the ones you speak to yourself shape your reality. Taking responsibility also means setting boundaries with yourself. Decide what you will and won't allow in your mental space. If you catch yourself scrolling through old messages, replaying arguments, or stalking their life from a distance, stop. These actions only anchor you to the past and prolong your pain. Instead, choose actions that support your healing. Journal your feelings, meditate, or focus on a project that excites you. Boundaries aren't just for others, they're essential for keeping your own mind and heart in a place of peace. One of the most transformative aspects of taking responsibility is learning to forgive not necessarily them, but yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you think you made, for the times you ignored red flags, or for how long it's taking you to heal. You're human, and humans are beautifully imperfect. Every choice you made was based on what you knew and felt at the time. Holding on to guilt or shame only weighs you down. Release it and remind yourself that you are deserving of grace and compassion. Your inner world thrives when you nourish it with positive and empowering practices. Spend time each day focusing on gratitude, not just for what you have, but for who you are becoming. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, from pain to possibility. Be thankful for your strength, for the lessons you've learned, and for the opportunity to grow through this experience. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a practice that rewires your mind to look for the good, even in challenging times. Another way to take responsibility is by embracing stillness. In the chaos of heartbreak or emotional turmoil, it's easy to distract yourself with noise, constant activity, endless conversations, or mindless scrolling. But healing happens in quiet moments. Take time to sit with yourself without judgment and listen to what your heart is trying to tell you. The answers you seek aren't out there, they're within. In stillness, you'll find clarity. In stillness, you'll remember your strength. As you take responsibility for your inner world, you'll begin to notice a shift. You'll feel less reactive to things that once triggered you. You'll find yourself thinking less about the past and more about the future. You'll begin to trust yourself again, knowing that no matter what happens, you have the tools to navigate it. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take towards self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-love brings you closer to the peace you deserve. This journey isn't always easy, but it's worth it. Taking responsibility for your inner world is the ultimate act of self-empowerment. It's a declaration that your happiness, your healing, and your life are not dependent on anyone else. It's a reminder that you hold the pen to your story, and you can choose to write a chapter filled with strength, growth, and resilience. The power has always been within you. Now is the time to claim it. Every word you speak to yourself, whether silently or aloud, shapes how you feel and the way you see the world. Your inner dialogue is the most consistent voice in your life, and it holds more power over your emotions than any external influence ever could. When that voice is filled with doubts, self-criticism, or lingering thoughts about someone who is no longer part of your life, it creates a cycle that is hard to break. But what if you could change the tone of that voice? What if you could turn it into a source of strength, compassion, and hope? The journey of letting go begins with transforming the way you speak to yourself. When your thoughts constantly revolve around him, replaying memories, conversations, or wondering what went wrong, it's as if you're keeping yourself trapped in a loop of emotional pain. To break free, you must consciously shift your focus. Instead of asking why he didn't see your worth, start telling yourself that his inability to value you says nothing about your inherent value. Instead of replaying scenarios that hurt you, begin narrating a story of growth and renewal. It's not easy at first. The mind clings to familiar patterns, and thoughts about him may feel like they appear out of nowhere. But the truth is, you can choose what you allow to linger. Each time those thoughts come up, imagine redirecting them as if you're flipping a channel on a TV. Refuse to replay the same old scenes. Replace them with affirmations that lift you up and move you forward. Speak to yourself with the love and kindness you deserve, even if it feels strange at first. Start small. In the morning, when you first wake up, replace the automatic worry or sadness with a simple phrase like, "Today I choose peace." Throughout the day, when the old familiar thoughts creep in, remind yourself, "I am worthy of love and happiness." These affirmations aren't just empty words, they're tools to rewire your mind. The more you repeat them, the more your brain starts to believe them. And when your mind believes, your emotions follow. Changing your inner dialogue isn't about lying to yourself or pretending everything is perfect. It's about focusing on truths that uplift you rather than ones that hold you down. Yes, it may feel like you lost something when he left, but what have you gained? Strength, resilience, and clarity about what you deserve in the future. Celebrate those gains and let them shape the way you see yourself. Each time you remind yourself of these truths, you're planting seeds of healing that will grow with time. Your inner dialogue also shapes your perspective on the future. Instead of telling yourself that life won't be the same without him, start telling yourself that life is just beginning. Replace "I miss him" with "I'm excited for what's next." Replace "I feel alone" with "I am creating space for better connections." These shifts may seem small, but they're incredibly powerful. They send a message to your subconscious that you're ready to move forward, and that readiness creates momentum. It's also important to notice how your inner dialogue affects your sense of worth. When you tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you should have done something differently, or that you're somehow to blame, you're reinforcing a false belief that keeps you stuck. But when you start telling yourself that you are enough exactly as you are, you begin to reclaim your power. You are not defined by someone else's actions or inability to see your value. You define yourself, and that definition should always come from a place of love and compassion. Another critical step is to practice gratitude. Even in moments of pain, there are things to be thankful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what remains. Be grateful for your strength to endure, for the lessons learned, and for the opportunity to grow into a stronger version of yourself. Gratitude isn't just about acknowledging what's good, it's about creating space for more goodness to enter your life. When your inner dialogue includes gratitude, it becomes a tool for transformation. As you reprogram your inner dialogue, you'll notice changes not only in how you feel but in how you live. The way you speak to yourself sets the tone for your actions, decisions, and relationships. When your thoughts are filled with self-love and encouragement, you naturally make choices that reflect those values. You'll find yourself gravitating toward people and experiences that uplift you, rather than ones that drain your energy. The voice inside your head is the one you'll hear the most throughout your life. Make it a voice that inspires you, supports you, and reminds you of your worth. It has the power to help you move forward, to heal, and to create a life that feels vibrant and full. You deserve to speak to yourself with the same love and care you would offer to someone you cherish. Start now and watch how quickly things begin to change. When someone holds a significant place in your heart, detaching can feel like an uphill battle. The more you try to let go, the more their presence seems to linger in your mind, pulling you back into memories and emotions that no longer serve you. But there's a profound and transformative approach that can ease this process: gratitude. Gratitude is not just about appreciating what's good, it's about finding peace with what was and opening yourself to what can be. When you embrace gratitude, you shift your focus from longing to acceptance, from pain to growth, and from attachment to freedom. Start by acknowledging what this person brought into your life. Even if the connection ended in hurt, there were moments that shaped you, moments that taught you something valuable. Maybe they made you laugh when you needed it most, or they helped you discover something about yourself you didn't know before. Reflecting on these experiences with gratitude doesn't mean you're excusing their actions or denying your pain. It means you're choosing to honor the lessons and let go of the rest. This act of appreciation allows you to release the emotional weight they've held over you, making space for new energy to flow in. Gratitude shifts your perspective. Instead of seeing the relationship as something you've lost, you start to view it as a chapter in your story, one that has helped you grow into the person you are today. When you look back with thankfulness, you soften the grip of resentment and regret. You begin to see the beauty in impermanence and understand that not every connection is meant to last forever. Some people enter your life to guide you, challenge you, or prepare you for something greater. Acknowledging this truth helps you detach with grace. This practice of gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. Begin each day by reflecting on one thing you're thankful for regarding that person or the experience you shared. Maybe they taught you how to set boundaries, or perhaps their departure showed you the strength you didn't know you had. Write it down, say it out loud, or simply hold it in your heart. The key is to focus on what you gained rather than what you lost. Over time, these small moments of gratitude will build into a powerful foundation of inner peace. As you cultivate gratitude, you'll notice a shift in your energy. Where there was once longing or anger, there will be calm. Gratitude allows you to step out of the role of victim and into the role of creator. You stop waiting for closure or validation from them and start giving it to yourself. This shift is liberating because it places your happiness back in your own hands. You no longer need anyone else to fill the void because you've filled it with appreciation for what was and excitement for what's to come. It's also important to express gratitude for yourself. Detaching from someone you cared about takes courage and strength. Thank yourself for choosing to let go, even when it feels difficult. Celebrate your ability to grow, to heal, and to move forward. Remind yourself that you are resilient and capable of creating a life that feels whole and joyful, with or without them. This self-directed gratitude is a powerful act of self-love, reinforcing your worth and reminding you that you deserve peace. As you practice gratitude, pair it with visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself walking away from the weight of this attachment. Picture yourself smiling, your heart light and unburdened. See yourself surrounded by love, opportunities, and people who truly appreciate you. This visualization is not just a mental exercise, it's a way to embody the emotions of gratitude and freedom. The more you do this, the more your mind and heart align with the reality you're creating. Gratitude also helps you release the need for answers. Often the hardest part of letting go is the endless cycle of why did they leave? Why didn't they choose me? Why wasn't I enough? Gratitude quiets these questions by shifting your focus to what you've gained rather than what you've lost. It reminds you that not all answers are meant to be found and that closure doesn't always come from someone else. Sometimes it comes from choosing to close the chapter yourself. Every time you choose gratitude, you're reclaiming your power. You're saying, I will not let this define me. I will take the good, leave the rest, and move forward with grace. Detachment becomes less about cutting ties and more about embracing freedom. It's a journey, not a destination, but with each step you'll feel lighter, stronger, and more in tune with the life you're creating. Gratitude is a gentle but transformative force. It doesn't deny the pain, but it helps you rise above it. It doesn't erase the past, but it allows you to see it in a new light. And most importantly, it gives you the strength to let go, not because you have to, but because you deserve to.